what is the one topical which you always recommend to your patients in your office? Sunscreen, isn't it? I mean, sunscreen. So is your sunscreen safe? You need to know your sunscreen. It's still a question. So, it's a very controversial topic. So who knows about the recent ban in Hawaii of a couple of ingredients? This happened in May, and it went to legislation in June. Palau just banned 10 ingredients 10 weeks ago. There is some legislation pending in Virginia, I think Florida, California. So it's coming. So the question is, which one? I mean, we have so many sunscreens, zillions of sunscreens, and of course your patient asks these questions all the time. So when you look at the sunscreen, you have a box. If it's in a box, that's the secondary container. Then you have your tube, it's a primary container, and you have actives and vehicles. So the actives they're usually the sunscreen filters, and those are the zinc oxide and octane oxide and so on. And there are some others, and those are those gimmicks, not gimmicks, again, a huge different discussion, but the niacins, the antioxidants, the retinol palmitate they put in there, unfortunately, and so on. And then there's other vehicle ingredients, and then the formats. So there's organic and inorganic filters, and the chemical filters and physical filters, then the non-particulate and particulate filters. And of course, one will reflect the light, the other absorbs and converts it to heat. You've seen this graph, I'm sure, but zinc oxide and titanium dioxide have the broadest coverage, and the rest in the US has to be piecemeal together. Be aware of spray sunscreens, they really spread far, and we also, of course, dermatologists, I think, hate them, although they're sold the most. So Oxybenzone, octane oxide, lots of different names, okay? The main thing you have to know that it's a very small molecule, and it absorbs very quickly, and it's very photostable. It's also bioaccumulated and biomagnified, which means like it's a hostile takeover by the company. The big fish eats a little fish and gets richer. So it gets more and more into the animals. And because these wastewater plants cannot eliminate it, it's not a particulate molecule, it just goes and it's a big oxybenzone loop and gets really accumulated in the environment. So it's found about 3,500 products, skincare worldwide. It has been, benzophenols were named as an allergens of the year in 2014, and about 97% of Americans are exposed to oxybenzone. It's really found in the urine, so we all actually excrete it in the urine. So what about the reefs? All the reefs are dying. The reefs are very important, 25%, they cover 25% of the ocean, or only 1% of the ocean, and give rise for 25% and feed 25% of marine life. Temperature increase is a big thing for bleaching, for coral bleaching, but the reefs really, the oxybenzone does matter because it accumulates. There's a lot of study now in Hawaii and also St. John, the US Virgin Islands, a lot of studies showing that it's accumulated and it really kills the coral. So oxybenzone may get converted to a more harmful chemical in chlorinated pools. There's lots of studies about that, but there are a lot of companies now eliminating those ingredients. For sure, for children, I would recommend zinc and titanium dioxide, also for the reefs. All right, thank you so much.